Beneath the blistering sun, in a forgotten desert buried under centuries of dust, lies the place where hunters are born, or broken. And standing at the edge of that ruin, cloaked in sand and doubt, is Rango, a chameleon so fragile, even the desert breeze seems stronger. His eyes scan the endless dunes, where legends have fallen and monsters prowl beneath the earth. He's not here to fight glory's battle, he's here to survive it. In a world where only the strong are praised, and the weak are trampled like ants, Rango walks forward, not because he believes he'll win, but because staying weak is worse than death. Inside the crumbling guild hall, adventurers boast of kills, treasures, and beasts they've conquered. Laughter erupts as Rango enters, small, scarred, clearly out of place. One glares, "You join a raid? Huh?" Another smirks, "Hope. You wrote your will, lizard." But Rango says nothing. He walks up to the counter, hands shaking, and signs the raid contract. No team, no trust, just pure desperation. For them, he's a joke. But in his mind, he sees only one thing, an exit from weakness. And maybe, just maybe, a path to becoming something more than the world believes he is. The moment the dungeon gate groans open, the air thickens. Rango steps in slowly, his feet trembling against the stone floor. Behind him, stronger warriors crack jokes and draw blades, but Rango clutches only a rusted dagger and a flicker of courage. The torches flicker, casting shadows on ancient walls, etched with warnings long forgotten. This place doesn't welcome heroes, it devours them. Still, Rango walks deeper, each breath heavier than the last. He knows once inside, there's no turning back. Every step is a gamble between survival and vanishing without a name. The descent is silent, too silent. Rango trails behind the group, his tail twitching with every creak of the ancient floor. The deeper they go, the colder it gets, like something beneath is breathing frost into the stone. Walls are carved with symbols glowing faint blue. The others whisper theories, but Rango hears something different. Whispers, like voices buried in time. This was supposed to be an easy mission, a beginner's dungeon, but something isn't right. It's too quiet, too calculated. He grips his dagger tighter. Somewhere in the dark, death is watching, waiting to strike. The chamber opens like a cathedral lost to time. Massive stone statues line the walls, warriors, beasts, gods, all frozen in poses too lifelike. Rango steps in, his breath fogging in the sudden chill. The others move ahead, nervous but unaware. Then he notices it. One statue's head is turned, just slightly, but different from before. Rango's eyes widen. Statues don't move. Statues don't watch. He wants to warn the group, but it's too late. A low mechanical hum begins. The silence snaps like glass. Something ancient has just awakened. In a flash, all hell breaks loose. The chamber erupts with blinding lights and violent motion. One statue's arm jerks forward, unleashing spinning blades. Another's eyes glow crimson and fire beams through a warrior's chest. Screams fill the room, short, sharp, and final. Dust and blood cloud the air. Rango dives behind a broken column, heart thundering, unable to blink. This wasn't a low-rank dungeon. It was a slaughterhouse disguised as trial. As his teammates fall, one by one Rango realizes this raid was a lie, and he's the last joke alive. The strongest fighter tries to rally, slamming his hammer into a statue. It barely cracks. The spear pierces him from behind. Another mage screams, trying to cast a spell, but vanishes under a collapsing pillar. The healer sobs, then silence. The floor is littered with bodies twitching, broken, bleeding. Rango crawls forward, slipping in crimson pools, his dagger useless. Eyes wide, breath short, he looks around. Everyone is dead. He's alone. The weakest of all, surrounded by giants of stone. And now, they turn to him. Death comes for the last mistake. A statue raises its blade, inches from Rango's neck. He squeezes his eyes shut. There's nothing left. No trick. No escape. The room goes silent again. But it isn't death. It's something else. A sound. Digital. A voice.com. Emotionless. Alert. Activation detected. New candidate found. Rango opens his eyes. A glowing blue screen hovers before him. Would you like to become a player? The room seems to freeze, the blade still mid-air. He doesn't understand, but his hand moves. He taps yes, and everything shifts. The world collapses into code. Data, numbers, commands, all flashing before Rango's eyes. His wounds stitch shut. His heartbeat slows. He floats, somewhere between life and something beyond. Then comes the voice, calm, robotic. Congratulations. You have been chosen. A blue interface appears. Quests, skills, stats. He blinks. Is this real? His strength increases by 1. His health regenerates. The system is rewriting him, not just healing, upgrading. The chameleon who couldn't lift a sword just leveled up. And this is only the beginning. Rango gasps. He's lying in a bed, bandaged, sweating. The desert sun burns through the cracked windows of a dusty clinic. Was it all a dream? A nightmare? But then he sees it, the blue screen again. Quest complete. New rewards unlocked. His heart skips. It was real. He touches his arm. No pain. His vision clearer than ever. Outside, desert winds roar. But something in him is silent, calm. For the first time in his life, the weak chameleon has a system, a path, power, and maybe a second chance. He steps out of the clinic, eyes narrowed. The sand swirls around him like fate reborn. The interface flickers again. Quests, stats, inventory. He's not just alive, he's chosen. He scrolls through his abilities, each one unlocking potential he never had. Somewhere out there, stronger monsters await, stronger trials. But now, he has a system, a way to grow, to fight, to rise. This isn't the same Rango who walked into that dungeon. This is a new beginning, and from the ashes of weakness, a legend is about to be born.